I'm Alex, he's Jim, and this is the Charging Status podcast. How you doing, Jim?
I'm all right, mate. A little bit stressed today because I'm in my new studio, which will soon be home to the Charging Status podcast.
Rock on.
Which will be nice. We're going to start filming these in person as much as we possibly can.
Yeah.
Certainly way more often than we do. And Alex will come down here to my new place and we'll just kind of block film a few, which hopefully will make them a bit better to watch. And I don't know, it's always a bit better when we're in person, really, isn't it?
It always is. Yeah.
There is a Greg's literally 3 minutes walk from here as well, and a Subway like less than a minute away, which will delight Alex.
If it didn't sound appealing, it sounds even more appealing now.
Yeah. And I've had some audio video issues. I'm sure wonderful James will correct all this, but I'm using this mic that I will never be using again. And I've got some sort of defective cable on my camera because it's only outputting at 720/25, which is not up to the usual standards. But Alex is in his car. So, yeah, it is what it is, folks.
Yeah. I'm parked in a Sainsbury's car park using my 4G on my phone, laptop on the dash. It's a bit ghetto, but it works. So
I've also, speaking of first world problems, I've also got someone here trying to fix my aircon at the moment, and he's liable to keep coming in and out. So we might get a few interruptions, but bear with us. So what is that car you're in, Alex?
This is actually my second ever long-termer. This is the Jaecoo E5.
Long-termer.
Yeah. Just brush off the
big time.
The dust. Yeah. So I've got this for 3 months. It arrived yesterday. We're recording on Thursday 6th, and I've got it until early November. So
nice.
I'll try and provide some video updates on how it's been, what it's been like to live with, and all the bits and pieces you need to know, and then do some written bits and pieces as well. I think that's the plan anyway.
I've only driven that car for an hour because on Motor Jaecoo launches, you never get the car for very long, do you?
Not always. No.
I don't think I've ever had one for more than an hour. And obviously, you've got to do your outdoor filming and stuff as well. But I seem to remember being quite pleased with it. I thought it was quite good.
It's a nice little car. The only thing I've noticed so far is the regen's a bit weird. It's not quite as smooth as it should be. But I'm sure it could be some settings I haven't looked at yet. All I've literally done is drive it for a good few hours on the motorway. But no, it's a quite a big car inside, quite small on the outside. The one I reviewed last year, I think it was, when we both did those reviews, that was the entry-level trim, and this one's the top-spec trim. So I've got a good comparison between the two now. So, yeah, so it's quite exciting.
I think an interesting thing on a lot of the Chinese cars that we've seen so far is that, like, a lot of the things that we consider faults or things that, or maybe quirks or things that could be tweaked, can probably just be done with software. Like the actual bones of most of the cars seem to be decent. It's just like those little tweak things. And I guess there's someone in China going through, mountains of data, probably a team of people going through data and listening to feedback and stuff. We know they listen to feedback because, we've both directly given feedback in the past and then heard that that's been sorted. And I mean, we've both been on launch events where they've said, just to make you aware, this went wrong with the car on Monday. It's now Tuesday at midday and we've just uploaded the fix. Like this, they work so much quicker than like the old traditional OEMs, don't they? Which, a simple software issue could be a 10-month turnaround, 18 months turnaround. Hopefully the regen thing is either there's a setting there you haven't found, or actually it just gets dealt with in the fullness of time.
Which is interesting you mention that, because before I joined this call, there was a software update and it fixed, I think it added remote control battery preconditioning to it. It added a bug fix for some Huawei phone, and it improved standby battery life, and it updated in 10 minutes. So
that's not bad, is it?
It's crazy, isn't it? It's really mad. But the last long term I had was, when was that? That was the end of 2024, and I had the Aura Funky Cat, which has now been discontinued, Aura 03, I should say. So I've had 2 different Chinese electric cars for 3 months, but we'll see how we get on. Be quite interesting, I think.
I haven't had a long-termer yet.
No?
No, not that I really need a long-termer, because obviously I've got 2 cars, but when March comes around, I'll definitely be trying to fish for a long-termer if I can.
Give it a go, because I don't know what you'll do with your Tesla, to be honest, because you got the £10 Tesla. That was your video thumbnail.
It's tough, isn't
I'm
it?
not sure what car you'll get.
Like, it's not like I'm rolling in cash or anything. I've just invested
Are you not?
like crazy amounts of money in this place, and yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to do. I do need a second car, because I don't I don't always have a car booked in for review, and I'm traveling more and stuff, and I'll often not have a car booked in for review if I'm going to be traveling somewhere, because sometimes it's just
not sensible, is it?
Yeah, you just don't have the time, and I'd hate to get a car in and not be able to film with it. That's only ever happened once, but yeah, I know it costs a lot of money for these companies to give us cars, and
It does.
I know that we're giving them to do with what we want, but I feel bad if I haven't at least done video. Even if I do a video saying I don't like it, I feel like the deal is you send us a car and I give you a video. So yeah, so a second car is a bit of a must for me. I must admit, like I will try and just extend that Tesla and see what they come back with. It'd be funny if they come back and say, "Oh yeah, you can have it for like 20 quid a month." Okay. I mean, if it's semi-sensible, I'll just extend it. But if it's not, I might just look at leasing like whatever is available at the time. On like, I could probably get away with 6,000 miles a year or something, or maybe even just buy an old Model 3 or something.
Yeah, there's a lot of. Well, I say there's a lot. There's a good amount of second-hand EVs. I mean, our friend Jonathan Porterfield always recommends the Kia e-Niro as a very good used EV buy. So there's always lots of stuff, isn't there? And I've been keeping half an eye open on the leasing deals, just what's out there for whenever the time comes for myself. But there's lots of options, I think.
I'll tell you what, that Jeep Compass EV, I've just literally at the time we're filming this, I've just recorded a lease deals video. And that Jeep Compass EV is on a pretty amazing deal at the moment. I can't remember the price of the car, but it's fairly spenny. And it's the one with the big battery, which
cheap.
is like 370 miles of range, something like in that neighborhood. It's like 330 quid a month with no deposit. Only 8,000 miles a year, but you think that's a pretty interesting car for that much money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And even like the cheap EV lease stuff now, when you're looking at, $2 to $250 a month, without anything up front, or just with a token amount up front, there's some really, really good options now. And, it's not that long ago we were looking at probably 400 or 500 quid a month to get into an EV, and we're now looking at 200 quid a month.
Yeah. No, I've been looking. This Nissan Micra's a good deal at the moment.
Yeah.
Renault 5 is a good deal. I think the Citroen EC3. I can't quite remember which one's which with those.
Yeah,
that's
the Aircross one's all right as well.
There's some really good deals. And actually, we are recording this in early August. I'm not 100% sure when this will go out, probably in a few weeks' time. But the pricing for the ID Polo got released recently. And I can't wait to see what they're going to do in terms of leasing to compete with the Renault 5 and that sort of thing. So, yeah, it's an exciting time, because I'll be leasing a car sometime next year, I think. That's the plan through the business. And I'll need your expert wisdom on that. But yeah, I've just been keeping half an eye open on what's available.
That feels like a video, doesn't it?
Maybe. It could be a video, couldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
There we go. So, have you had the Jeep Compass in for review yet? Or Oh.
Sorry, have I had it in yet?
Yeah.
No, I've got it in, let's have a look, I think next month. Yeah, I've got it early September.
Oh, lovely. Nice.
I did take one for a spin at Millbrook, but it's not really the ideal course for that kind of car.
Not really, no.
No. Have we spoken about my Brands Hatch experience on the podcast yet?
I can't remember because your video got published recently, and I watched that.
Oh wow,
I'm
thanks.
not sure if we did. Yeah.
Not many did. Yeah. Yeah. Track
Yeah.
day videos always go well, don't they?
Yeah. That looked
Anyway,
really good
yeah,
fun.
the video is on my channel now, and yeah, I got to take the Ioniq 6N and the Ioniq 5N around the Indy circuit at Brands Hatch with instructors, and then got taken round by a couple of psychotic instructors at the end of the day, and it was phenomenal. Yeah, I still feel right between the two. You remember I said when I drove the Ioniq 6N at Millbrook, I said to you, I feel like you need more talent in that than you do in the 5.
Yeah,
I
I remember
still
that.
think that's correct. I think you can get away with more in the 5, but the 6
Hmm.
is more of a race car. So you could probably get more performance from it if you've got the talent, but you need a bit more talent. It's like if you're driving something like a Mercedes C63 Black Edition or something, you know, with absolutely ridiculous amounts of power. But it's no good unless you've got the talent to actually keep it in a straight line when it should be in a straight line.
Yep.
The Ioniq 6N versus the 5 is there's not that much in it, but I feel like the 5 is just it kind of gives you a bit more talent. And the Ioniq 6X N sort of asks you for a bit more talent.
I wonder what they've done to it to make it. There must
Well,
be some mechanicals with
it's
the
a longer
suspension.
wheelbase, isn't it?
Oh, is it a longer car? I thought the body was longer, but the wheelbase was the same. But they've actually
Well,
stretched the wheelbase a bit.
that's a very. I'm just making an
Yeah.
assumption there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks longer and sleeker, but then it's less boxy and yeah. It might just be. Obviously, they've set the 6N up to be more of a tourer kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it could just be the way that they've done kind of the rest of it. And obviously, everything's massively configurable. Still, you can dive into the
Oh, yeah.
menus. Yeah, but honestly, incredible. The interesting thing as well was all the instructors there are proper petrol heads, as you can imagine. And because Hyundai sponsors Brands Hatch, part of the deal was they gave them cars for, you know, their sort of driving experiences and stuff. And a couple of the drivers suggested they weren't exactly thrilled when they found out they were getting EVs. And then they drove them and they were like, oh my God, this thing's amazing.
Yeah.
Which I thought was quite cool to
That's
hear from a lot of red-blooded males that actually are just telling you how it is, and having, you
yeah.
know, driven those cars to their absolute full extent. By the way, the final bend there came through, nose against the apex, totally sideways, at a ridiculous speed. Not me in the driver's seat at that stage, but yeah, incredible stuff. Great
That
fun.
sounds fun.
Yeah.
That sounds really good, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Great to be a
No,
hooligan for a day.
yeah.
I've also had the EV4 in, I think, since we last recorded the podcast. The video for that is out on my
Yes.
channel.
Yes.
That's just a really, really nice car. And
Yeah.
it's tough to pick any kind of fault with it, really.
Yeah. Apart from the heat pump aspect, that's it, really.
Yeah,
I
which
find
is
that with any Kia.
that standard Kia thing, but you only get it as an option in the top spec, which is a bit frustrating.
Yeah. I find reviewing Kias a little bit difficult now because there's literally nothing wrong with them.
Yeah.
It's incredible. It's
Yeah.
it's just yeah. It's amazing what they're doing now. And we've got the EV2 to look forward to at some point, haven't we? I think we've got the drive day for that is at some point in the future. I can't remember
In
exactly
a
remember
few
when.
weeks, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, very good. I remember you mentioning you're going to drive the EV4 GT in some other country. I can't remember exactly when that is.
Yeah, that's right at the end of this month, I think, or early next month. I might not be able to talk about that. I don't know.
Okay,
So I
never
won't.
mind.
But that's going to be next month, actually.
Fair enough. Nice.
Yeah.
And then speaking of Kia, the vehicle I had before this Jaecoo was the Kia PV5 Passenger. The last episode we published was with our friend Tim Barnes-Clay, so I don't think we talked about it there. But I helped James, who edits this podcast, I helped him move house, and he's moved up north from Bournemouth. So I helped him the other week move house in the Kia PV5, which went quite well. Deceptively large and very good on range. So I was quite impressed with that, and James was quite impressed as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a brilliant thing, isn't it? It's still my favorite Kia. The EV4 might be my second favorite now. Because I just think, like, that car starts at 31 grand, I think, with the EV grant.
That's very good, isn't it?
Yeah, and like that air trim as well. You get so much as standard. If it were me and I were getting one, I'd get the long range air, and then that's pretty much all the car you need. And I think it's still like 35 or something like that, which is not. It's a lot of money, £35,000, but in the grand scheme of things, in new car money terms, it's not.
Not really, is it?
And for a car that gives you that much range and gives you everything it does in the way it does, it's just a tool that does the job perfectly. But the PV5 is just so good. When you think that's their first ever van.
Yeah, it's very impressive, and the timing on it was quite. Yeah.
Sorry, Kia. We've got a little bit of a delay, haven't we? Kia haven't made vans in Korea before, have they?
Apparently, I've said this in my review last year. Someone said they made some very basic vans in like the 90s or the 80s.
Right.
Like really like small things. And I think they still do, but this is their first EV van. And I would say it's their first modern van.
Yeah.
And it's just brilliant. And the timing when I reviewed it worked quite well because they just announced the 7-seater version, and they announced the Elite trim. Because one of the things which was missing from the PV5, in my opinion, was the 360 camera.
Yeah.
And when you get the PV5 in Europe, they have the 360 camera, and now you can get it on the PV5, which is really good. So it's sort of caught up in terms of kit. So.
Yeah, because I know in my video a few people were. I think there were a couple of things that we didn't have yet that people were a bit frustrated about.
Yeah,
and of course the 7-seat one has made an appearance in the last couple of days, hasn't it?
Yep.
So I mean, that's when you think they didn't expect to sell very many of the 5-seat one at all, and it's been absolutely phenomenal, the sales on it and on the van. And now the 7-seat one is what they expected about 80% of the sales to be on it, I think. And I mean, if that's the case, it's going to be huge.
Yeah.
I mean, look out, ID Buzz and Transporter, etc. Because, wow.
Yeah. So there was a report the other day that said of all the small EV vans sold in the UK and Europe, Kia now owns 37% of that market.
It's nuts. And when you think they're going to have like longer wheelbase, high roof, all that other stuff that's coming, there's a lot of talk about a camper coming. Yeah, it could be like the new VW Transporter, couldn't it? Like the one that people want.
It definitely could be. Yeah, it's just very good. I still think there are going to be people that prefer the look of the ID Buzz.
Oh, for sure. And the ID Buzz is great as well. Like
It is.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the ID Buzz, but we have to remember it's about 20 grand more expensive.
Yep.
And that's a lot of money. But the ID Buzz is a brilliant thing. But there've been a few software issues with it. My friends had one for a couple of years. I think they've been back to have locks replaced on it about 5 times. So there's still stuff that's taking time to iron out with it, but it's 20 grand more. And I mean, if you put them just side to side as they are and said these are both the same price, which one do you want? I mean, at that point, people will say, "Oh, like that one or that one," and they'll probably go by the way it looks or the size or something. And I think then ID Buzz, there's much more of an argument to, well, maybe I'll get an ID Buzz because some people will just not like the look of the Kia, or they won't like the fact that it's much more van-like inside than the ID Buzz is, which is a lot more car-like. But also, I think the opposite's true.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No, yeah, definitely. And vans, thankfully, are starting to catch up a little bit in terms of EVs, aren't they? So, no, it's good.
By the way, have you got any Greg's paraphernalia in that car at the moment?
No. If you asked me 24 hours ago, there would have been. But no, there's no Greg's in him.
Okay. I'll believe you.
Yeah. No, it's all good. Yeah. No, it's yeah. I'm gonna with this car. I'm gonna do a initial review that'll be out on the channel soon. I'm gonna do a long-term review once I've finished it, and then I'm gonna do some written pieces in between. So nice. I'll try and provide updates about how it's going, how much it's costing to charge, and how efficient it's being, and all that sort of stuff. Any gremlins, but
cool.
On the outset, I'm quite impressed so far. So,
and of course, soon you'll be able to charge it at home.
Yes, very soon, hopefully.
Once they finish building it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It'll be very good. Yeah, all new homes come with chargers now, which is very good. So I think 3-phase chargers.
3-phase, yeah.
Which is quite good, isn't it? that must be to do with solar, because I think with solar, I think you have to have the capacity to send it back.
Right.
Potentially. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I did wonder why they all have 3-phase, but yeah, it must be for that, just so you can send it back in volume kind of thing. Now, Alex, we know you're not very interesting, but I've got a car at the end of this month that is very interesting. I've got the Lotus Emea in. What do you think about that?
Very nice. A little bit jealous, but I did have one for 2 weeks last year, so
yeah,
it's only fair.
Yeah, I've only got it for a week, obviously. So I've got obviously a much smaller audience than you, so I don't get a lot of the opportunities that you get. But yeah. Anyway, getting back to the Lotus, I'm really looking forward to that. I don't really know what to expect. I haven't watched any coverage of it. I watched a bit of your infotainment video on it, but not the car, because I wanted to get the car in at some point.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just really looking forward to that.
Yeah, every time I see one on the road, it's not that often I'm thinking, oh yeah, that's stunning. I really don't understand the people that say the Lotus SUV and the Saloon are ugly. Like how? I just don't understand how.
I think the problem is Lotus, like the whole essence of Lotus is a small, very, very lightweight car. And these are the first two Lotus cars that are neither of those things. And the purists, who are probably their only customers, really, don't like it.
I'm sure it's before my time, but I'm sure the same thing was said about Porsche when they announced it.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. But Lotus more so, because they've always made, Colin Chapman's whole purpose in life was to make the lightest car he could possibly ever make, and then make it go fast, with the idea that, like, if it's light, it's easier to make go fast, and it will handle really nicely, and you can at least sort of tune it to handle nicely without having to worry about getting over the weight factor and all the rest of it. So yeah, I think that's just been a bit of a struggle. And of course, they came out with a car for like 150 grand or something. So
yeah,
it's always a tough one as well.
Yeah, I've got no problem with those two cars. They're very good.
They just stand out so much more than, like, you pass a Taycan now, like you pass a Tesla, don't you? I mean, they're everywhere. where
Yeah.
one of those, you see a Lotus and you will literally crane your neck. It's the equivalent to me of like seeing a Lamborghini go past or something. You just don't see it very often, and they look cool.
Yeah. When I probably told you, but when me and Josie had the yellow Electra last July, we had so many people on the motorway because we took it up to the top of Scotland. We had this woman in this car next to the motorway. She mouthed, "I love your car" at us and was making sure we saw her say that.
Did she
and people just
give you a little show or anything? Or
sadly not. No.
Oh, that's a shame.
No. Yeah. But it grabbed so much attention, and it's crazy. I think I probably said on the podcast, but we're driving through this small Scottish town. These two teenage girls looked at the car, and one of them punched each other because it was a yellow car. And I thought that was quite funny. It looked like it hurt quite a lot as well. The stuff you see when you drive these sort of cars.
I'm not aware of this, by the way. Punching someone when you see a yellow car, is it some over 45?
I don't understand it either, but it must be I don't know.
No, I mean, I've just learned about this from you saying it. I didn't know it was a thing.
Oh, apparently you just punch each other when you see a yellow car. I'm not condoning this behaviour but on the arm, usually here on the shoulder.
Hopefully, I'll have that yellow car when you come down to record the podcast.
Just walk in the door. Yeah. Yeah. Lovely stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think those two cars, it's like what Ferrari have done. Ferrari have done an EV now. They've done the SUV kind of thing as well. But it's just using their brand equity for other people, because not everyone's going to want a two-seater sports car. So if they can sell a luxury SUV to some rich person, it's another car sold, which they need to sell. So
yeah, for sure.
I think it's quite good.
We better wrap it up, haven't we?
Yeah, as I said, I'm sat in a Sainsbury's car park at the moment using the 4G on my phone, so it's a bit rough and ready. But yeah, we should wrap it up, I think.
It will be getting a lot better soon, so
it will be. Yes,
yeah, for sure.
And as we were saying at the start of the episode, like the in-person episodes we do are really, I think they come out a lot better.
Yeah, they seem to get more views and more watch time and listen time and everything else, don't they? So, hopefully everything will become better when we're in the same room. We are still desperately trying to get a sponsor, and part of that means we need more of you to watch and like and share and leave comments and things. So do me a favor, if you get to this point in the podcast and you're still listening to it or watching it or anything like that, please consider giving it a follow or subscribe. Please give it a thumbs up, but leave a comment. And what I want you to comment is whether you agree with Alex and think Greggs is the best thing on earth, or you agree with me and you prefer an independent bakery stroke coffee shop. Let us know your thoughts. It will be like a sign of life to us that you're still here at this stage. And
I like it.
Obviously it will all help the various algorithms. Thanks.
Love it. Yeah. I did approach Greg for a sponsorship a while ago. Literally nothing.
Oh.
So they probably read it and thought, what the
We've got to try that one again.
Yeah, I think we need to. Be a natural fit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You may have noticed the podcast has changed name slightly. So it was the Charging Status EV podcast. We're now going to Charging Status podcast to make it more appealing for more people, I think. I think that's the idea, isn't it?
I think the thing is, like, I don't know, does it need to be called electric cars anymore? No, 80% of everything we drive is electric. And then sometimes we don't talk about some really cool cars we've had in for, we touch on it a bit, but we don't talk about it for very long because it's not electric. And you're like, well, we should just be talking about cars. Like, we're into cars.
Yes.
And I think we're past the point now where we should be having arguments about electric or petrol or whatever else. We should just get back to cars. So this is now a cars podcast. It is still called Charging Status, you know. Maybe we should call it, I don't know, National Trust Car Park Loitering or sort of thing we do when we're filming our videos and sometimes the car reviews.
Yeah,
but
it's true.
Yeah, it's still called charging status. Future cars, a lot of people are going to be charging them, aren't they? So we could probably keep that. But yeah, we've just dropped the EV from the title. It doesn't mean we suddenly hate EVs. It just means it's 2026.
Agreed. I've actually filmed 2 car reviews in National Trust car parks at this point.
But like,
it's
are
weird.
you always naked? And are the people
Not
surrounding the car
always.
also naked, at least partially?
It depends on the day. I mean, if it's a bit nippy out, it's not a good idea, is it? So
No, definitely not.
It depends, but yeah. On that note, we should probably end this podcast. Thanks so much for watching or listening. As always, it's greatly appreciated. And please like and subscribe, and we'll see you again next time.
Bye-bye.